I'm 4-1 meteorologist Kim Adams. Strong to severe storms could put a damper on your evening plans. We'll talk about where they'll hit next coming up.
And police managed to take out all 4 tires, but this driver right here still wouldn't stop. See how a very long and very slow chase finally ended.
Take a look at this bird's eye view of this manufacturing historical hallowed ground. I'm going to actually show you how it's being recycled to bring back thousands of jobs.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
And we start things off here at 4 with the weather and a risk of storms this afternoon. Kim Adams is here with a look at where things stand. Hey there, Kim.
Hey, Damon. Hello, everyone. Well, we have clouds out there right now. That's helping, but as a warm front lifts northward, we are starting to see some showers and a few embedded thunderstorms pop up. Nothing severe yet, but we are at a risk of severe weather up until about 10, 11 o'clock tonight. So on exact track radar, you can see how widely scattered the storms are right now. Again, none of them are severe, but we are looking at some pretty good downpours happening right now from Grosse Ile down to Flat Rock, Estral Beach, Monroe, maybe, and over into London. Ecorse getting a couple of sprinkles at this hour, but out to the west, there are a couple more thunderstorms. You can see the lightning detectors on Clifton, Saline, Chelsea, all getting a brief thunderstorm, not severe, but a couple of wind gusts and also heavy downpours expected. So for the rest of this afternoon and evening, we do have that chance for severe weather. The SPC has bumped us up now from a level 1 to a level 2 threat, which is a slight risk of severe weather anywhere you see pictured there in yellow. The thumb under a marginal risk. 2 highest concerns tonight will be wind gusts over 60 miles per hour and the possibility of large hail, downpours, and an isolated tornado can't be ruled out. Now, one thing working in our favor is that our temperatures right now are in the mid to upper 70s to about 80 degrees. If we start getting more and more sunshine over the next couple of hours, that could fuel some of these stronger storms, and our dew points are in the upper 60s to around 70. Now, by tomorrow for the start of the weekend, it looks nice. Might have a brief shower in the morning, but otherwise shaping up to be a nice weekend. We'll have more on the potential for severe weather in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Kim. A driver is finally arrested this afternoon after leading multiple police agencies on a slow-speed chase around Washtenaw County for a solid hour. Now, the pursuit began near Van Buren Township and circled through Chelsea and Ann Arbor. Police used stop sticks to deflate all 4 of the tires on the suspect's vehicle, but the chase continued for another 20 to 30 minutes. A pit maneuver finally forced the driver to stop on Baker Road in Scioto Township, where police made the arrest. No word yet on the identity of the driver. Priya Mann will have more on this story live at 5 o'clock. Well, a 20-year-old man is found shot to death in Howell. Officers were called to a home on West Street this morning near Michigan Avenue and Grand River. Police say they do have a suspect in custody, and there's no threat to the public right now. As we learn more about the victim and who's been arrested, we'll make sure to keep you updated. A crash between a pickup truck and smart bus sends a man to the hospital with critical injuries. Now, this was the scene near 9 Mile and Southfield Road in Southfield earlier. The bus ended up in a grassy area. You can see how badly the pickup was damaged. Its driver was taken to the hospital where he was listed in critical condition. We're waiting for word from police on what caused this crash. And now to that tragedy in Hawaii. As many as 55 people are now confirmed dead because of those wildfires near Maui. Our Kimberly Gill joins us right now with what she's learned. And I understand first responders are gathering a lot of information on the scene over there.
Yeah, that they are. And good afternoon to you, Demond. A press conference wrapped up just a few moments ago. We learned from Maui County's mayor that the death toll could go up as search crews get a chance to enter some of these burned out buildings. The biggest problem now, though, is the high winds. Fire crews and rescuers are battling gusts up to 82 miles per hour. In fact, the fires moved so fast, people jumped into the ocean to save themselves. Tonight, 6 fires are burning in Maui and the Big Island, but the Lahaina fire is now 80% contained. The state's Department of Transportation is also rerouting cruise ships from the area and asking that no one dock in the local harbor there. In fact, tourists in general are being asked to stay away as residents fight to survive.
I've never seen something ravage so fast. This is going to take years to recover.
I'm confident as a community and as coming together, we will rebuild, and that's certainly our intention.
Now, thousands have been left homeless by the fire, and an urgent effort is underway to get life-saving supplies to the affected areas. Thursday, Oprah Winfrey, who is a part-time resident in Maui, was spotted at a local shelter handing out supplies to victims. And also Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, who also has property on Maui, says he will be donating to help recovery efforts as well.
So Kimberly, we're hearing that information is getting hard to come by on the ground over there. Do we know the reasons why yet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, thousands of people are without power, phone service. Crews can't even begin to work on repairs until those fires are contained. So it's going to be a really, really long road to recovery. We'll have another update at 5.
All right, looking forward to that. Yeah. Thanks, Kimberly.
Sure.
Well, a special counsel has been appointed in the ongoing investigation of President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. Attorney General Merrick Garland announcing today he's elevating David Weiss to special counsel status. Weiss has spent 5 years leading the investigation of Hunter Biden for potential felony tax evasion, illegal foreign lobbying, money laundering, and other possible crimes. Now, special counsel status gives Weiss more powers than a typical U.S. attorney, and this move could lead to a trial involving Hunter Biden. New security devices are in place at the state capitol building in Lansing right now in response to the armed storming of the building in 2020. Now, 5 Evolve walk-through security systems are in place at the visitor and employee entryways. They can detect guns, knives, bombs, and even 3D printed materials. It's the same system now used at Oxford schools. Those who work in the Capitol building welcomed the new measures.
It wasn't a hassle. It was no problem. It was great.
I've been to many other state capitals. They have these same types of protections, and I'm glad that they're finally here.
And right now there are plans to bring in X-ray machines in the near future. But for now, the Capitol Commission wants to give employees and the public some time to adjust to this new equipment. So it's a story we see far too often in the state of Michigan. Manufacturing giants that shut down, become defunct, and blighted eyesores. Paula Tupman is in Flint, where more than $300 million is being pumped into the former Buick City site.
So this is actually where the old Buick City complex used to be in its heyday. We're talking about 25,000 jobs, but then it closed. And then you had this, a wasteland. A vast wasteland where absolutely nothing was happening. But now there is an opportunity to actually bring back those jobs, many of them, bring back commerce and revitalize and basically recycle this hallowed ground. In its heyday, Buick City in Flint was home to 25,000 jobs. When it closed its doors and shut down operations in 2010, those jobs went away, and the 300-acre site became basically a vast wasteland.
They left slabs and they left infrastructure in the ground.
Shannon Selby is the vice president of real estate for the Detroit Regional Partnership.
When the industry leaves, it can often leave sites that don't have anything on them, or they're obsolete, or they're contaminated.
This is today, redevelopment happening before our very eyes. Ashley Capital, with offices in Canton, is on the ground in Flint, pumping more than $300 million on spec construction.
We think Flint has a lot of great resources. They have a good workforce. They're eager to work. And we have, and this site has, because of its history, has a lot of capacity for infrastructure, and we're excited to tap into that.
These kinds of sites are called brownfields or greenfields.
This is one of the largest brownfields in the state of Michigan. Entirely, it's about 350 to 400 acres.
These kinds of sites are peppered throughout Michigan and across the nation. What do you do when you have blood, sweat, tears, and toil that is folded inwards to become nuisance, dilapidated dinosaurs? With verified industrial properties, these kinds of properties are literally placed at the fingertips of the world.
And it's been sitting vacant for a couple decades now. And so to see it re-put to a productive use is just a huge opportunity for the city of Flint.
Lots of partnerships to talk about here to get this portal up and running. 11 counties are represented under the umbrella of the DRP, or Detroit Regional Partnership. And the website portal presents opportunity. Investors can watch a video on, say, Fort Street Industrial Campus and its 10 acres, or like here at the former Buick City in Flint. You can see how commerce fits into the new structures currently already under development as the new Flint Commerce Center. This one site, recycled will provide 3,000 jobs to the region. And that's not even including construction workers.
The state of a brownfield in a city like Flint can mean a lot to how the city thinks about itself, how the neighborhood is defined. Putting it back to a productive use is a really good thing.
So that portal actually went live this week. They already have 29 properties across Michigan. In the end stages, they'll have upwards of 80, maybe even as close to 100. And keep in mind, this is people who will be shopping for properties, kind of like Zillow for industry, from all over the world. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
All right, thanks, Paula.